It is Rumble time, baby! This is probably one of my favorite wrestling pay-per-views of the year. And it is always such a fun time to watch. So, we are going to talk about all the things that happened at WWE Royal Rumble. This is, of course, my review. Daniel Strunk, welcome back to QuickTime Reactions. Now, I must say, I had a plan for, going to see this. I was going to go see it at a movie theater, but a YouTube channel that I follow a lot and check out their content all the time, the Normies were hosting an event showing off the Royal Rumble, and I went to it, and I thank them so much for hosting it and being able to watch it with fellow wrestling fans on YouTube. Navi, Rana, and Marquetta are awesome, and I love all the wrestling content that they've been putting out on the channel. Absolutely love it. I love the fact that I love seeing new people get into wrestling and enjoy wrestling, and being able to share that alongside them, alongside Pat, who was there as well. It was an awesome time, and so thank you guys so much for hosting that event. Now, let's get into the main course and let's talk about the show. The show opened up with the women's Royal Rumble match. I don't have all the entrants written down, and I don't remember most of them off the top of my head, but I'm going to point out some of the bigger spots that happened during the match. Starting off, number 1 and number 2, Charlotte and Alexa. They started out and thinking, they're going to scrap it out, they're going to fight. Nope, they're still best friends, and we're going to wait on entrant number 3, who was Kiana James, and she lasted for quite a while in the Rumble match. I was surprised with how long she lasted in the Rumble match. Lash, she made her debut in the Rumble last year. She came back. I think she had the most eliminations out of everyone in this Rumble, with like 5, maybe 6. This Rumble was really a showcase of all the women's tags they have. You had the Kabuki Warriors, you had Bayley and Lyra, you had Rhea and Io, the current women's tag champs. You had Becky show up, and she was eliminated by Natty Neidhart, which I'm so glad Natty came out as Natty Neidhart, living legend Natty Neidhart. Just, that was so awesome. So happy to see that. A couple of surprise returns. Well, I think we knew Nikki was going to be in this, but Brie Bella was also in this Rumble, which surprised me because, of who her husband is and who he's currently employed with. I was very surprised that she came back, and her reuniting with her sister, getting to face off against some of the newer tag teams in the division. I thought that was really cool. And then finally at number 30, Tiffany Stratton made her return after being away for quite a bit of time. One of the big eliminations that happened, I believe Lash, continuing her dominance, was eliminating people left, right, and center, but Raquel Rodriguez was the one to eliminate her. But ever the ultimate opportunist, Liv Morgan came up from behind and eliminated Raquel Rodriguez, her own partner in the Judgment Day, which I think will lead to Liv getting kicked out of the group. The final three were Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, and Sol Ruka. She got a lot of time to showcase in this Rumble, and she was awesome from the word go. I love the fact that she not only got to hit one soul snatcher, but she got to hit a double soul snatcher onto Tiffany and onto Liv. I thought that was really cool. Soul got eliminated after she tried to go for a soul snatcher on the apron, but Tiffany pulled her off the top rope, so that's how she got eliminated. And Liv hit the Oblivion on the apron to Tiffany, which eliminated Tiffany. Liv Morgan, after coming up second in 2 previous Royal Rumbles, finally gets the win, and she will be having a title match at WrestleMania, which I think is a really good decision. Next up, we have Gunther versus Ajstyles. And if Styles loses, he has to retire. This was a really good match between the two of them. Gunther obviously focusing on, making AJ tap out and just wearing him out, whereas Styles pinpointed the leg once again and tried to get Gunther with a calf crusher. At one point, Gunther was just chopping AJ in the chest repeatedly over and over and over and over again. And I was just like, is he going to get DQ'd? And that's how they keep Styles active for the rest of the year, but that did not happen. In the end, though, Gunther repeatedly tried to lock in the sleeper over and over and over again. AJ kept getting out, but he got put in a sleeper one more time and started faded, turning purple, and passed out. AJ Styles lost, Gunther wins, and AJ is now retired. From WWE, I have an opinion. I think he'll be probably going to TNA, if it were, my guess. Next up is Drew McIntyre versus Samizayn for the WWE Championship. This was also a really good match. Sami is so good at just getting his ass kicked over and over and over again, and yet still finding a way to get hope out of the audience and make it feel like he's going to get the championship. Even though I knew for certain he was not going to get the championship. Again, just really good back and forth between both of them. Sami kind of I don't know if he tweaked his back, but he started selling his back early on in the match, and that became the focus for Drew. Drew ended up powerbombing Sami through the Saudi announce table, and he also hit him with 3 future shocks. Sami still kicked out. But in the end, though, Mr. Drew McIntyre hit a Claymore and a second to retain his championship. Overall, pretty good matchup between the two of them. Which now brings us to the men's Royal Rumble match. Starting out number 1 and number 2, Obafemi drew number 1 after the little snafu that happened on Raw where Braun was going to be shown as number 1. They moved him to number 2. But Braun never got into the ring on his own accord because the Triple H staple of a masked man in a hoodie came out and attacked Braun and hit a stomp on him on the outside, threw him into the ring, and Braun was immediately eliminated. So my pick to win the men's Royal Rumble got out immediately. That was the only prediction that I lost. So yeah, that really felt like a screw you to me personally. But again, Braun just getting just not getting what I feel like he deserves. He should be in the main event. He should be a main event guy. Come on. But anyway, moving on. Oba looked like a beast early on. He was eliminating people left, right, and center. And I started to think, are we going to have another Brock Lesnar situation from 2020 where Brock just like mowed through guys until somebody else came out and eliminated him? But no, that didn't happen. Cody Rhodes came out at 11. And our first prize of the Rumble, Powerhouse Hobbs made his debut. But he is no longer Powerhouse Hobbs. He is Royce Keys, which I understand is for branding reasons. But why change the name? Just keep him Powerhouse Hobbs. Come on. We had a little bit of AAA influence in this Royal Rumble. We had Mr. Iguana and La Parka show up in this Royal Rumble doing their thing. El Grande Americano also came out and also did his thing. But then another El Grande Americano came out, and he looks, a bit more cut, a little shorter than the other one. He has a beard. And he also has a G on his mask. He did German suplexes. I know who that is. I have a good feeling I know who that is. And it's got to be R-Truth. It just makes sense. But the original El Grande Americano eliminated the current El Grande Americano, and then the original also got eliminated as well. Brock came out and, of course, did Brock things, suplexed people left, right, and center, and then had a stare down with Oba Femi. Now, this, in my opinion, should be the Mania match that you go for. Like, they may still end up doing Gunther and Brock, but I think that should be served later down the road towards, like, SummerSlam, where Brock might retire. But do this match at Mania, please. Brock and Oba, please, do this match at Mania. Because, man, the chemistry that those two could have could be so good. At one point, Ilya Dragunov was chopping Lesnar in the chest, and Brock was no sung that and just like screamed in Dragunov's face before eliminating him. I thought that was insane. Trying to think here. Are there any other eliminations or entrants? I'm trying to think here. No, I think those are all of the notable thing. Oh, Gunther came out at number 30. He said he was going to do double duty, and I was right. I was right on that. The final four of the match were Roman, Orton, Gunther, and Logan Paul, who made it to the final four again 2 straight years in a row. But that was short-lived. Logan Paul went for a buckshot. He got caught with a Superman punch, and he got hoyed out of the ring. But then Reigns fell victim to an RKO, but then Gunther eliminated Orton, so now we were down to 2. Once again, Gunther trying to utilize the sleeper, tried to put Roman to sleep, but Roman kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. And then Roman hit a spear on Gunther, hoyed him out the ring. Roman Reigns is the winner of the 2026 Royal Rumble. He will be getting a title match at WrestleMania. Oh, another thing. One other thing. Javon Evans. Dude is a literal pinball. He was pinballing off of dudes left, right, and center. And even took a massive pop-up Samoan drop from Jacob Fatu, which was absolutely insane looking. Like, Javon Evans is that dude, legitimately. But Roman Reigns is the winner of the 2026 Royal Rumble. He will have a title match at WrestleMania. And the show ended with a big firework and drone display afterwards, which then led into the post show. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my review of the Royal Rumble match, or Royal Rumble match, and Royal Rumble show. It was a pretty solid night. Both Rumbles I thought were pretty good. The men's had a lot more surprises than the women's. But both Rumbles, I think, were equally as good in their own respects. The title match was really good, and AJ and Gunther was really good as well. So, yeah, a pretty good show overall. And WWE, I think, is off on the right foot for 2026. But those are just my opinions. What are your guys' thoughts on the show? Let me know down in the comment section below. But I think that is going to be it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there, and I will catch you guys next time.